What if disclosure has nothing to do with the government? I know a lot of us were raised, if you will, on the idea of disclosure, meaning the government's going to one day tell us the truth about Roswell and that they've been working with aliens all along and they're here for a certain reason. What if it's not that at all? Stay with me here, okay? Because I think this is something that's really missing from the conversation and it's super important. So, welcome back, all you wonderful weirdos, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Tara, and on this channel, we explore everything that's weird in this world and really try to get a better understanding of what is actually going on here. So, everything from like conspiracy theories to spirituality to consciousness and geopolitics and all the things. So if you are into all of that weird stuff and would love to have a community of people to talk to about it, you are in the right place. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the conversation. And of course, like this video if you like the video. So, over the last few months, the government has been having these congressional hearings where they talk to these whistleblowers in the UFO/UAP community. And there was even an award ceremony where Luis Elizondo and Anna Paulina Luna got awards, and some other people got awards for disclosure when disclosure has not even happened. So, like, really, what is going on there? To me, it feels like that part of it may actually be a psyop, and it almost gave the feeling of like, okay, we're making progress, and these people are doing really great things, and so we're going to go ahead and give them an award, even though there hasn't been disclosure. And like the UFO files that have been released are basically just like tiny white dots on a screen with zero context. And so that to me is not even close to disclosure. So here's what I'm thinking. What if disclosure, actually, two things. What if disclosure is one, us actually waking up and using our own eyes to see what's going on, to use our own intuition about whether aliens exist or not, and actually like connecting with the extraterrestrials on a spiritual or a telepathic level. When we have that autonomy, we're taking back our power and saying, I know within me what the truth is, and I don't need an external source to validate it. When we do that, we're taking back our power, and that has such a huge ripple effect across the collective. And it's especially important during this time of awakening as humanity is moving from 3D to 5D or 4D or whatever. There's some ambiguity within the spiritual community about what all of that actually means. Um, Little side note, my understanding is that um, 3D and 4D are still in the physical realm, whereas 5D is 100% spiritual. So there's no physicality in 5D. So I think what we're really talking about is 3D to 4D, although 5D is very much in the collective lexicon. And so I just want to use words that you're familiar with. But Bashar does an amazing job of kind of breaking that down. If you're not familiar, go down that rabbit hole. Watch all the Bashar content. He's amazing. And I think especially relevant to the disclosure conversation, considering Bashar himself is an extraterrestrial that the amazing Daryl Anka channels. So definitely check that out. If you are not familiar, you're definitely going to want to be. So I mentioned there's two things that disclosure could be moving us towards. So the second one is actually more of us waking up to what's actually going on here. So, and this goes beyond aliens, extraterrestrials, all of that kind of stuff. I think what disclosure truly is we are waking up to who really runs the government, who really runs the world, what their agendas are, and how they've been just using us to fulfill their own agendas. And so as we start to realize, oh, PDF files are running the world. Oh, everything comes back to human trafficking and abusing women and children and men, of course, too, are part of the conversation, unfortunately. No one seems to be spared from this just absolute horrific side of humanity. I think the other aspect of it is that there is an extraterrestrial presence in the rooms that where decisions are being made. So most people think that it's reptilians, and based on the PDF stuff, I would say that probably aligns most with what I know about reptilians. So yeah, I think that disclosure actually means that we're wide awake now, not just spiritually, but even just in the 3D realm of what's actually going on behind the scenes. And then once you're awake, there's another step to it, right? So, what do we do with this information? How do we process it? How do we continue to live in a world where we know what's really happening? It makes me physically ill because I have two kids. And the thought of them being wrapped up in all of that, just prayers to anyone who has been affected by this, because it's just absolutely disgusting. So when we wake up, when our eyes are wide open to all of this, when nothing else can deceive us, what do we do? What's the next step? Because right now it seems like everyone is aware, but we're still getting up and going to work. We're still doing our laundry, we're still paying our bills, we're still doing all of the things we were doing before. Like nothing actually seems to have changed. None of the PDF files have been held accountable for their actions. And I can't help but ask why? Why is there this like delay in finding out the information and then something being done about it? So I think we're in this really critical time where we have to decide what we're going to do. Are we just going to sit back and let it happen? Are we just going to silently acquiesce, like, oh, yes, okay, this is the way the world is, and now I'm just going to keep on eating my fast food and driving my car and going to work and all of the things? We have to, as an entire country, civilization, human population, demand better, right? We can't continue to live like this. And I know that I'm not alone in this. So is voting in the next election really going to make a difference? I don't think that it is. But where does that leave us? If we don't vote, those who do vote will end up making the decision. And if we do vote, I don't actually think it matters, because either way, like Bohemian Grove is going to win or the reptilians are going to win. The people we see in politics are just puppets. They're not the ones pulling the strings. And no matter who we vote for, the people behind the curtain stay the same. So then the next question is, are we going to continue living in a democracy where this political system is what actually governs us? Or is this our opportunity to create a whole new system? Now, if we do decide to go that route, it's not going to be easy and it's not going to be fast. There will be unique challenges that take time and outside of the box thinking. But I think it's more than that. I think if we can collectively come together with a new solution that is built on a foundation of, I don't want to say spirituality because that's a really broad, ambiguous term. I think it needs to be more like aligned with what actually benefits humans. So I think that goes beyond religion or spirituality. So what benefits humans? I would venture to say clean water and free energy and, you know, actual equality, treating others as you wish to be treated. There's no caveat to that. Treat others, other human beings, as you wish to be treated. Can you imagine if we actually could build a world like that? Where it didn't matter about any of the things that are dividing us right now, where we can actually see our differences, but celebrate them and still work together. And even if we're not agreeing on something, that's okay because there's still a mutual respect there. So, yeah, I just had all of those questions in my mind and wanted to kind of get my thoughts out about it and would love to hear, what are you thinking about this situation? What do you see disclosure being? Do you think that there's still a chance that the government is going to come out and tell us Roswell happened and, give us more context around all of the technologies and the interactions and kind of more of what's going on behind the scenes with the puppeteers, if you will? Or do you think I might be onto something? I would love to know. And if you have any other ideas, please share them because this community is full of wonderful weirdos and we all share ideas and, really try to move the conversation forward. So, one more thing before I end this video. I mentioned Bashar earlier, and I'm just curious if there's anyone out there who has gone to the weekend workshops or conventions that Daryl Anka has, and what's your experience been like? Please share that with me because I'm so curious. I really want to go and would love some like insider tips on like where to stay and if I should extend my time in Sedona, assuming I go to the one in Sedona. I know he does them like in LA and a couple other places. So I'm most interested in Sedona. I think it's, from what I've seen, a beautiful spiritual um, vibration there, and I really want to experience it. But curious what your experience has been with that, and if you haven't been, would you join me if we can get together a group of people to attend the next live event? So, yep, let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, make sure you like the video and share with other wonderful weirdos out there that you might know who are really curious about this topic too, okay?